Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in again. Not sure when I did my last video, but it might have been like a couple of weeks ago or something like that. But yeah, I hope you watched it. I hope it resonated, and thank you for watching this one as well. So I'm gonna just do I'm hoping it won't be as long, this reading, but you never know with these cards. There's not been too many cards that have come out. But yeah, you don't know how long they're going to be on each one. But I'm just going to go straight into the reading instead of blabbering on like I normally do. So this week, I like to just show you the cards I'm using. So this week I'm using Angel Prayers, Oracle cards by Kyle Gray. I am using Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. And Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Okay, so there's only one card from the Angel Prayers. Now this is the Miracle of Nature. Okay, so the first message that's coming out about this is the obvious, kind of like to spend more time in nature, but what I'm actually hearing is that people are just thinking, oh, I can't be bothered to go out because it's so cold, and it's now getting cold. It's you know, it's not very nice. It's not as nice as when it's summer. You just, you know, you find it easy to just go out, don't you, and just soak up the rays of the sun, and it's easy for you to just be like, yeah, all right, then I'll go for a walk. I'll spend some time in nature. But I'm feeling like there's a resistance there, and at the moment I'm feeling like there's quite a low energy going on. So there's a lot of people who are kind of getting in that that low mood because of the winter. And I feel to tell you that even just 5 minutes outside to breathe in the air will help you. It will just invigorate you. It will give you a bit more life. And if you honestly just feel so adamant that you don't want to go out, then it's to use your imagination to kind of, you know, I don't know if you meditate or if you're in a bath and you like put on some music, like nature sounds, things like that. I just feel like it's really going to help you at the moment. I'm being drawn to the picture behind me, and it's things like that, to like look at pictures, look at things online that will just bring you back into that moment of of just knowing that you're alive as well, like knowing. There's been a lot of messages around being in touch with your aliveness. This has come up for me recently, surprisingly, at a dance class, where I've been in a bit of a mope all week, for obvious reasons. Not had a great time lately. You know, there's been, you know, obvious reasons why I've not been great. And it's easy to get into that that mindset of everything's crap, you know, my life is crap, everything's going wrong, you know, I don't need to cheer up, and just kind of like being snappy at people, being moody, and that's absolutely fine, you know, it's natural to be like that. We are humans at the end of the day, we're going to have moments like that. But there comes a time where you can wallow too much, and you can be in that mindset too much, and it starts to have an even worse effect on you. Now, I'll tell you a quick story. I was at a dance class, and I've been feeling like this all week, and I've been feeling like I'm not even in the Christmas spirit, you know, Christmas songs been coming on the radio, and I was just like, no, I'm not doing Christmas, like, you know, I was just being proper Scrooge. And then suddenly this song came on at my dance class, and it literally just woke me up. It was, feel free to listen to it. It was, It Feels So Good to Be Alive by Trainor. So have a look at that. I'll pop the link in the comments actually if you want to have a quick look at that and listen to that. So that song just literally had an effect on me. It was like, what am I doing? Like, snap out of it, you know, I'm alive, like I should be enjoying life. And it's that message, it just keeps coming up. It's like, look around you, you know, look at the life around you, you know, be aware of animals, be aware of the leaves on the trees, I know they're falling off, but do you know what I mean? Just be aware of life, like watch flowers grow, like watch plants grow, things like that around you. Like I bought myself some flowers today because the other ones had died, and I was just like, no, I need nature around me. I need to see things that are alive, and just remember that I'm alive, and just be appreciative of everything that makes me feel alive and makes me feel good. And this is kind of a message about that. So sorry it's a bit of a drawn out message there, but a lot came through, and as I say, this reading might actually be longer than I hoped because of the amount of content there in each card. So okay, so I'm just gonna read through the next ones, which are Work Your Light. So we've got, let me just see which one I feel like reading first. I don't think it matters too much. Okay, so we've got Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Okay, now if you're not religious, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Don't listen to the words. They're irrelevant, really. But this, again, it brings through the message of Mother Nature. So I don't know why, but it does. It's that word mother came up, and mother has come up in one of my readings lately, and it's just about being aware of Mother Nature, of everything that gives life and breathes around you and is alive around you. It's also becoming aware of your history. I'm seeing a lot of historic buildings. There's like, I don't know if you can see, but like the pyramids in the background. There's like a historic building here. Yeah, and there's a lot of greenery, a lot of water. There's some, yeah, it's full of history and culture, and it's something about many layers. There's many layers to this world, and also it's bringing through a message about, I don't know why, I'm all over the place. I don't know if someone's all over the place, but there's unclear messages coming through. Hi again. Something really strange just happened. So during the last card, you probably noticed that I was being a bit all over the place. Didn't really know what the message was that was coming through. And I had two choices. I could stop the video and I could do the whole video again. I could carry on, which I have done. Or I could just delete that and go over it. But I thought, no, I'm going to tune into this properly. I'm going to switch off. I'm going to just clear my mind, and I'm going to tune into this card. Now the funny thing is, before I pulled out this set of cards from this pack, there was one particular card which felt like it didn't want to be read, and I put it to the side and I kind of hidden it away, and I thought, I'll look at that later. And it's strange because when I looked at it just now, it was almost like telling me the same thing as what I picked up from this grandmother card that I just read to you, which is a new message now. And it was almost like it didn't want to be heard. Okay, so which makes sense as to why I struggled to read it. These things do happen. Okay, so the message is that you need to put your past behind you. Okay, so the history, I said about history, didn't I? Your history, your life history, your past. Okay, there's like, as I say, there's like Egyptian times here, there's historic buildings here, and it's behind her here. Okay, so you've got to put your history behind you. You've got to focus on your future, and down here it says laying the foundations, divine plan. Okay, so seeding the light as well. So it's about creating your new future. Okay, if you want to create that new future, you have to put the past behind you. You have to let go of whatever you're holding on to. Okay, and someone did not want to hear that. So the card that came out that was hidden was break the chain. Okay, and it's come out of that black hole that you've been putting yourself in. If you've been constantly thinking about the past, thinking about people in your past, you have to put that behind you. You have to let go and just move on and lay the foundations for your future. It's time for you to create your new future for you, just for you. Don't worry about the other person. Don't worry about other people involved, other situations, whatever it is, whatever that means to you. Don't worry about it. It's gone. it's done with. You can't go back. You shouldn't go back. So if you've been worrying about whether you should go back or not, the answer's no. It's time for you to move forward, okay? So I'm sorry if you didn't want to hear that, but you're hearing it. Because the card, I was not going to put that card away. I put it aside because I thought it's gonna come up, or someone needs to hear it. And it says here, rewriting the future. So you can't get any more clearer than that. Okay, and then the last one is share your voice. Okay, sorry, just itch my nose. Yeah, so share your voice. Whatever it is that you need to say. If you need to say something to this person, to say goodbye, if you need to express yourself in some way, to make it clear, to make it easier for you, you need to say it, okay? You need to say it in whatever way. If you don't feel safe saying it in person, say it by text, say it by email, say it by letter if you're old-fashioned, you know. I remember as a child, I always used to write letters to people that I was apologising to if I'd done something wrong. If I fell out with people, I used to write letters. And, you know, then as I got older, it was like emails. But it would just help me to express myself better. That way it gives you time to think, and, you know, you can... I know sometimes the words can get a bit jumbled up in emails and people take it the wrong way and can't hear the tone. But if it's easier for you, if you find that easier, then... that's the only way you can do it, okay? So this is to give you kind of permission, I guess, to be able to do that. And water generally is about sort of emotions, and this is about expressing your emotions, expressing your feelings. Don't feel bad about that, you know. There's nothing wrong with sharing your emotions, as long as it's not blaming, as long as it's from a heartfelt place, and your intention is good. You know, it's fine. It's fine to do that. So if this is going to help you in any way, then good. I don't really know what to say about that. Okay, so I'm glad that made sense in the end. Right, and I'm glad I've got the editing tools now. Right, so then we've got the tower, whatever that is. The power tarot cards, tower tarot cards apparently. Right, so we've got leap of faith, which I love this card. It always seems like really exciting. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna have a leap of faith that I can do, or you know, I don't know. It always just seems really exciting. I can't get my words out today. What's wrong with me? I've got a lot on my mind. So yeah. Right, so it's time to step forward. It's time to believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. So again, that kind of goes with the last card. It's time to just let everything go that doesn't give you joy, and start to take a step forward into what does. You know, if you've got some loose ends that need tying up before you can do this, get that out of the way. Get that all sorted before the end of the year, because I feel like it's next year that's going to be, you know, the year to start afresh and start. I know everyone says that in the new year, but this really does seem like it's going to bring big things, but it's up to you. It's up to you to choose that, I hear. So only you have that choice that you can make. And 0 is the number on here, and 0 is about, well, circles are about completion, you know, so make sure that you complete anything that you need to complete by the end of the year, so that you can step into that new beginning free of anything that was tying you down, free of anything that will stop you moving forward. You know, if you need to do some healing to get rid of any blocks that you feel are stopping you from moving forward in any area of life, see if you can get that out of the way as well, because it's really going to help you, you know, complete those tasks, complete those things that are weighing you down. Okay, then we've got 6 of Raphael, which is about healing, and it's strange because I just mentioned about healing. So if there's some fears that are coming up for you about moving forward in work, in relationships, in any area in particular, start to look at those fears, start to think about why those fears are coming up. You know, where do they come from? Are they from a story that you've been telling yourself for years, and you really just need to look at that story and just change your perspective on it? You know, Have those thoughts been put into your head by someone else, you know, in your life, by other people in your life? Are they actually true? You know, how can you reframe things? There was something that came up for me recently, which was around immaturity. Okay, so it really annoys me, like what has been really annoying me, when there's people who are displaying immature traits, I guess. Yeah, is that the word? And it was frustrating the hell out of me, and it was having an impact on my relationships, you know, like my choices going forward. And I thought, how can I reframe this? You know, is this person being immature? You know, are these people being immature, or is it just my views? Is it my perspective? You know, is it my triggers? You know, is it stuff that has affected me? Is there a part of me that feels immature in some areas? And I was sort of journaling about it, and I thought, how can I reframe it? And what is another word that I could use? And it was innocence. Because if you think about it, immature is childish in a way. And if you're a child, you know, are you really immature, or are you just innocent, you know? So you have to think about a different way of reframing things. Okay, so that really helped me. So, you know, if you could change the word to a different thing, or if you could really feel into it and think, is this what I think it is, or is this just, you know, how can you look at it with the eyes of love, I guess? And it says here, embrace your inner child. So I don't know if someone's been having the same issues as me with the childish thing, which is really strange. And then new friends and rekindled relationships, children or childhood. So isn't that weird? I didn't even read that. So yeah, if that's been coming up for you, maybe you could reframe that to innocence. I don't know. But yeah, anything else that's been frustrating you, winding you up, making you angry, making you sad, look at those things. It's time to heal, and just see if you can heal those things before the end of the year. And there you go. It's a little task for you to do in amongst everything else with Christmas coming up and everything. But, you know, it's going to help you. It's going to make you feel better. Okay, and then I have a pack that I got given by my sister as a late birthday present, which is inspiring quotes, which I love. So these are cards which give you, there's 100 inspiring quotes, and I thought I'm going to start using those on readings. So thank you, Rianne, for these cards. And so I pulled 2 cards from here, and the 2 cards that with the quotes on for this week are: nothing changes if nothing changes, which I think goes really well with my favourite quote, which is, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. Is that, yeah, I think that's what, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Yeah, there you go. So that's my favourite quote, and that kind of is the same as that, isn't it? So it doesn't, yeah, nothing does change if nothing changes. So if you don't decide to change the way you think, the way you perceive things, you know, if you don't have an open mind, if you're not willing to change something within you or look at something within you, nothing's going to change, because the world reflects what you think and feel and do and believe. And yeah, thoughts become things. You know, there's all of these quotes and things, you know, you probably think, oh God, but they're all true. You know, I've experienced them myself to know it's true, but obviously, you know, it's what you believe. But yeah, I do believe that. And then, to accomplish, we must not only act but dream. Okay, so this is all about having faith, I feel. This is about having faith in your dreams. Don't get wrapped up in what has been, you know, what has happened in your life so far. You know, start looking in a different way. Again, change your perspective, change the way you think about those things that have happened to you. You know, if you've had a bad experience in the past, think about how that made you realise what you do want, rather than, you know, thinking about what it gave to you, which is what you don't want. Don't dwell on the things that you don't want again. Like, so instead, okay, I'll give you an example. So say you're, I don't know, going for a job interview, I'm just going to use that, and you're like, oh, I don't want this, and I don't want that, and I don't want that type of job, and I really hate jobs which are 9 to 5, or, you know, or I don't want to work weekends. Instead of saying it like that, you know, think of it put a positive energy into it. Say something like, I do really want to have my weekends off. I really want a job which is exciting. I really want a job where it's a small team, so it's more intimate. I really want a job where we can have a laugh and get into that energy, that excited energy, and feel into the good feelings, rather than dwelling in the past and dwelling on things that, you know, you've experienced in the past which have caused you angst, or, you know, not made you happy. So I hope that made sense, and I think that's everything from, yeah, that's all the cards done. So yeah, that's a bit of an unusual one this week. Yeah, so I'm gonna love you and leave you there. I hope that made sense. I hope that resonated. If you've got any questions, queries, let me know. If anyone's interested in a personal reading, I've still got my Black Friday deal on till tomorrow. So if you book a personal reading with me, I think it's just readings, yeah, email reading, sorry, just a personal email audio reading with me before tomorrow, then you get that for £11 rather than £22. So let me know, you know, get in contact with me, contact me on any of the links below, and you can have that. Normal price, as I say, is £22 after that. So if you still want a personal reading after that, that's fine, just contact me. And you can check out my social media on any of the links below as well. So if you did like this video, like, subscribe, share, comment, all those things, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.